Yo, what up, YouTube? I decided to get in on the YouTube trend and make a video about skill-based matchmaking. And I was gonna do it a few days ago, but I honestly didn't feel like it because the weekdays are my busy time and the weekend is my free time, and neither of those times I feel like making videos. But I decided to set off a little time and talk about a few things with this skill-based matchmaking. And the first video you'll see, we lost this game. The main reason we lost is because, one, the randoms on this game are absolutely atrocious. The worst that I've ever seen in any Call of Duty. And two is because Sean and Manny running around trying to get gold KSGs so they can get diamond camos. About all that bullshit. The day I worry about a camo is the day that it gives me a damage boost. Other than that, I don't give a shit what color my gun is, but whatever. I told them to switch to a real weapon. If they had switched to a real gun, we'd have won, but we ended up losing the first game. But that's kind of what I wanted to talk about because it was actually a good game and it was a lot of fun. Bullets actually worked sometimes in this game. You'll see that I had a 4-ball, but it was a phantom 4-ball because I was still dying a lot to one bullet and still dying in situations that I should have got the kill in. But, that's Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 is beyond laggy, and it's a lot of good stuff that's being overlooked because of how laggy this game is. This game got a whole lot of good, but the lag just makes it, like, most of the time unplayable. The last time I played it was that video that I uploaded on that TDM when I showed you how bad Mr. Cheesy's host was. That was in, I selected best search preferences, and that was best. And the connection was fluctuating between 1 and 4 bars, and it was borderline unplayable, so I want to talk about the skill-based matchmaking. I wrote down a few talking points, so it's not completely off the top of the head like it normally is, but forgive me for that. But it was a lot that I want to talk about. Also, I might have to end up using more than one video, so this might be a 15-minute video. So go get you some popcorn because I got a lot. Look at that shit. I was on a tear right there, and then got spawned on. That's another big issue with this game. The fucking spawns are atrocious. Revenge spawns are not skillful. It's fucking stupid. Somebody spawn right behind you. That's not skill. That's respawn pro. But anyway, skill-based matchmaking and peer-to-peer is basically oxymoronic. You can't have a skill-based matchmaking with a peer-to-peer system because it just does not work. If it was dedicated servers, then it'd be fine. You could pick a server with 20, 25 ping, and you can go in that server and you can play all day against people of the same or better talent than you, and I do that shit all day. I have no problem with that. But with this, skill-based matchmaking doesn't recognize location. What it does is surfaces your KD, mostly KD. Some people say it has to do with win-loss or whatnot. I don't think that has to do with win-loss or score per minute at all. It's strictly KD. I've tested it myself, and the only game modes that seem less affected by it are TDM and ground war. Ground war and TDM, it really doesn't matter. But in kill confirm, domination, and hardpoint, like if you have good stats, you will get you will play against stacked teams all day. And the problem with that is, if you playing solo, I don't mind if they match me up with another player solo, that's equal talent, or put everybody in the lobby on the same talent. But what this matchmaking system does, it'll match you up. You'll be playing solo, and then it'll put you in a lobby against a full 6. All of them have same stats or better than you, and then they'll give you 5 randoms that don't even know how to tie their own shoestrings. That's another big problem with this matchmaking that needs to change. This Call of Duty right here is like it's crazy how laggy it is. But with this matchmaking, another thing I wrote down is bad players will never improve, yo. Bad players will never get better by playing. I should have killed that dude. That was bullshit. But excuse me, bad players will never get better by playing bad players. Any video game that we've ever played, how we get better? We rinse and repeat it. Mario beat it 1,000 times. You start beating it faster and faster. You start getting hit by less Goombas every time you went through it. With shooters, how did you get better? You get your shit pushed in over and over and over again. Yo, Gears of War 1 was a nightmare. For me when I first started playing it. You talking about shit got pushed in, no lube, no spit. I was getting fucked bad. I didn't quit playing though. I wanted to get better so I can exact my revenge. That's just me. A lot of these kids nowadays don't have that competitive spirit about him, I guess. Um, but whatever. I think I'm about to get knifed in the back by a motherfucker that got dexterity on. This shit pissed me off. Now I got shot in the back. That's another thing that pisses me off. You can't you shouldn't be able to do whatever you want, however you want. You don't put dead silence in the game if it's not gonna be fucking useful. Don't put awareness in the game if it's not gonna be useful. Give me 2 extra perks. I don't mind that you can't hear footsteps like in Modern Warfare 3. It actually frees up the 3rd perk slot. But don't put 2 perks that if I try to use it, even though I'm not using them on this gameplay. But if I try to use them, don't put 2 perks in the game that are useless. Like, dead silence is not really useless because it keeps your dude from blabbering all over the fucking place. Every time you do something in this game, you talk. If an enemy dies, I got you. Or if you stop moving for a couple seconds, you say, you want to get paid? Let's move, or some shit like that. Dead silence stop your dude from talking all the fucking time like a goddamn cackling hen. Awareness, useless. I mean, it's not useless. You can hear gunfire loud. That dude teabagged me. I guess he was mad because I was using the FL. Killed me with 1 bullet from the PDW after I got the first 16 shots with him with the FL. But that's this game we playing. Another thing is stats don't determine skill. Like if somebody got a 2.5 KD, which I've played against a few people like this, got 2.5, 3 KDs, score per minute is like 135. My score per minute is 377. And I got a 1.45 KD, which was a lot better than what it was last. Last week I had a 1.01. I thought I forgot how to play Call of Duty, but it's went up 0.4 of a point in the last week. I get it to over 2. I'm figuring the game out, figuring out different kits to use. And if you want me to, I got some really strong kits for y'all, man. Some kits that make it like harder for you to get hit. If you want me to make a video about them, I'll actually make a video. Fist spill the beans on this kit right here that I'm using. I wasn't gonna make a video about it. I found out it on my own. This is my anti-SMG kit. It's better than the R8 if you have. R8 is inconsistent. When it works, but when it doesn't, it doesn't. And I like consistency. And this is the most consistent kit on the game, if you ask me. It's the FL with red laser and stalker. And what it is you out there ice skating. And when you hip fire with the red laser, the hip fire is just as good as the SMG. And then you're doing 2-shot damage with the hip fire. So it's an amazing setup. It takes a while to get the red laser and the stock attachment. Not really the stock, but it takes a while to get the red laser attachment. And but I suggest that you get that dude lagged to me. Did y'all see that? But stats don't determine skills. So how you gonna have a matchmaking based off stats? I don't care. Like me personally, I don't care about skill-based matchmaking. I can play games like this all day. This shit was fun. This was a fun game. I have no problem with a game like this. But make sure you match me up with people like this in North America. The problem is, for the most part, when we playing, I'm getting matched up with people in France and UK, even Brazil, even Japan. I'm like, really? We playing in fucking Japan? It was nuts, man. I don't get it at all. Like I said earlier, so many good things have been overlooked on this game because how lag it is. What else did I write down? Gears 2 had a skill-based matchmaking at first, and it didn't fucking work. You know why it didn't work? Because if you were like me, you were pretty good at Gears of War. You had between a 3-star and a 4-star. Some people had a 5-star. I never got to the 5-star. I knew one dude that had a 5-star legit. Everybody else cheated to get there. It's like Ghost 187. He was a big cheater. He had a 5-star general rank, but he was a cheating asshole. And what people would do on Gears of War 2 before Tight Update 3, when it took away that skill-based matchmaking, they would dashboard instantly. When they knew they were going to lose a match, they would hit the dash. You wasn't playing against nobody. That's why they implemented the bot system, because before the bot system, look at this game. This gameplay, we playing against a team, a full team from France. A full team from France. Skill-based matchmaking for the win. That's why I posted it. There was nothing fun about this match. Nothing. Not a thing fun about this game. Skill-based matchmaking, it can be cool, but it has so many flaws, especially with peer-to-peer. So I decided to put this gameplay up. I think I went 22-17. It was nothing fun about this game. But good players gonna shine regardless. It don't matter what kind of system you get, and also the system can be beat. I didn't write that down. I just thought about it. I already got scumbag. You know what? Let me just say this. They already got people that are recruiting people with bad stats in order to lead their party so they can play against scrub. That's basically cheating and Treyarch should actually do something about that. Well, no, they can't do nothing about that. But that's bullshit. If look at that shit. Look at that death. That was pure garbage. But if you gotta stoop to that, then you wasn't as good as you thought you were at the game. Damn, you recruiting bad players in order to get gameplay? Is that serious? The main thing I want to say before I get out of here is if you playing against a bad player and he has a connection advantage over you, you'll be able to outplay him. He'll kill you sometimes because of the connection. But if you playing against a player that has equal or better at the game than you, and he has a 20 ping and you have a 130 ping, you will not kill that dude. That is no die pro. That is what we call no die pro. You won't kill him at all because he's so far ahead of you in everything that you're doing. So, that's my biggest beef. I don't care about skill matchmaking. If they put implemented dedicated servers, I'll say implement skill-based matchmaking. You'll find out who the frauds are and who ain't. And if you use the target finder, you are a bitch and you piss sitting down. Fucking pussy ass. What a bitch ass. Whoever thought about the target finder, whoever thought that would be a good idea is the biggest bitch I've ever seen in my life. We're going to put a site on there that just locks on to him, and people say it doesn't lock on. Auto aim locks on you on this game like better than any game I ever seen. It actually follows people through. If you ADSing somebody and they walk through a wall, your reticle will follow them through a wall, but the target finder doesn't lock on, according to some people. Give me a fucking break. Target finder is for fucking pussies. What else did I write down that I can talk about? I basically talked about everything, man. Skill-based matchmaking doesn't work on peer-to-peer, period. And I don't know if they've tried this before, but, Modern Warfare 3 had big lag problems. Black Ops 1 had big lag problems. Maybe that was the reason that Black Ops 1 had big lag problems at the beginning. They tried skill-based matchmaking and they didn't let anybody know. And then they switched it back to region. Because I noticed on Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, like if I'm in the lobby, I get hosted line. And you can see this is a French connection. I got a solid 3-bar. My connection never teetered to 2-bar. That's how strong my internet is. That's why I pay $120 something, almost $130 a month for my internet. That's how strong it is. I got a full 3-bar on a French host. That's a lot of miles of water between us, and I'm 3-bar consistently. So still wasn't a good connection. I'm pretty sure my ping was around 200. And if these dudes would have been better, we would have got everybody on our team. We would have absolutely got our shit pushed in. But evidently they went. That's the whole thing. That's what Fist was talking about. These dudes with these shitty connections have good stats because they playing against people that can't kill them. And they also playing against the people that are not smart. But one thing is, if I know I'm lagging, then I'll slow down. Like you'll see me slow down in this gameplay. I love to rush. I love to run around and hip fire people and use SMGs or whatnot. But when I see it's not working, I'll slow down and I'll switch it up. And that's what happened when these dudes from these other countries play against people. Fist talked about this in his matchmaking video, is that these dudes really are not that good. It's just that they have so much, the lag is in such their favor that they can't be killed. And they dealing with people that don't want to deal with it. But me, I really, really don't like leaving games. I will leave on this game because this game has so many shitty maps. But that's just before the game even start. Like if I get a match on Yemen or Cargo or Drone or one of those shitty maps, I'm leaving. Period. I don't play on those maps. I mean, Yemen is one of the worst maps that I've ever played on in any call. Yemen makes Array look like a good map. That's how bad it is. But if they match me up with good players in my region all day, I don't even want to play on California hosts. California I ping like 115 to California. That's not fun. 115 is like a full 2-second bullet lag. That's not fun to me playing on a connection like that. I think now, I pulled them M8 out, start camping a little bit. But the system, it's a good idea. It's a really, really good idea to match people up, similar skill. But you have to have execution. And one thing Treyarch has proven over the years of making Call of Duty is that their execution with their mechanics are fucking bad. So You know, they have no execution at all, and they don't need to do stuff like this. Just match me up with people in Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, um, New York, Virginia, all those East Coast states. I ping around 50 to 62. In the South, besides Arizona, whatnot, like in Texas, most parts of Texas, I ping like 25, 30, 42. Atlanta, I ping around 45 too. Match me up with people like that. I don't want to play Chicago. I think I was pinging like 55, 60 to Chicago. I don't want to play on Los Angeles hosts. I don't play on San Francisco. I don't want to play any of the West Coast. You know, I don't want to play on Canadian hosts. Canadian, I don't ping well to that either. And it's a lot to do with line quality, because if you have internet as fast as mine, you should ping around 60 to 70 to anybody in North America. But some people don't have decent line quality, and there's a lot of people playing on outdated routers and whatnot. They don't get their stuff updated. Either they can't afford to, or they just don't know to. That dude should have been dead. But that's another thing about this LADCOM code. It worries about Lil Johnny from Uzbekistan too much. It's not my fault that Lil Johnny can't afford good internet. His parents can't. It's not my fault that the good internet might not be accessible in his area. You know, Modern Warfare 2 had it right to where host had 0 ping 4 bar, everybody else fell in line. And if your connection was shit, if you had DSL, you just had to worry about that. You had a 3-second bullet lag. You don't penalize the whole lobby for Lil Johnny with DSL, but and that's basically what the skill base is doing. It's penalizing everybody. It's not taking region into account. Take region into account when you match me up. Don't just match me up with somebody that has a 1.5 KD with 377 score per minute. Make sure that person lives in Texas, Atlanta, Alabama, New York, or somewhere that I can get a decent ping to I actually have a shot at killing them. Yeah, I think I did turn this game around. I was really, really negative, but I think I ended up going like 22 and 17 because I slowed down. And once, when you're in a connection like this, you cannot run around. I don't give a shit what nobody said. And then, one dude left a comment saying, dude, he loves 3-ball. He live in Australia. I don't live in Australia, dude. I live in the United States, and I'm not trying to be offensive or mean anything. I don't live in Australia. We have a big player base over here. If all you can get is a 3-ball in Australia, then be happy for that. I can get more than a 3-ball. I should be able to get more than a 3-ball if I have access to a large player base. I don't want to play against people in Australia. I don't want to play against people in Japan. I don't want to play against people in Europe. Let people in Europe play against people in Europe. Let people in the United States play against people in the United States. And the United States is a big place. Let people in my region play against people in my region. I shouldn't be playing against people in Brazil. I should be playing against people in, the Eastern Seaboard and some of the southern states. That's it. Just keep trying to find me. I'd rather matchmaking take a little longer to find me a 50 ping than sit me into a lobby in California that I ping 122. Anyway, man, that's basically it. This is the best matchmaking video you'll hear on YouTube, because me, for one, I like skill-based matchmaking. I'm not opposed to it. I'm just opposed to how it's executed. Anyway, I'll get at y'all on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.